What's up, everybody? We just got the boat launched and we're gonna go do some fishing. So how about you come join me? Let's get out on the water and have a great time. Mom is with me over there and it is just a beautiful day outside. This water's so low, so stupid. Like my boat's pretty much sitting on the bottom right here. So it's incredibly low, which I mean, I could have parked it over there, but it is what it is. I already parked here. But anyway, we are going to get in this boat. We got some popping corks, got some Carolina rigs, have some live shrimp, and it's just going to be a great day. We just got to our spot, and one thing I want to mention, because I did put sunscreen on, is if you have any type of live bait, you never want to dip your hands in the water with sunscreen on your hands or bug spray. It will kill everything in your bait bucket. So luckily these Ingles come with a little net that you can pull out and dip it out. If you don't have one of these, and you can just get a little dip net for like $2 from most tackle shops or online, and that works just fine as well. But that's just a little tip. I got a live shrimp under a popping cork, just like that. A little split shot, and I'm using 12-pound fluorocarbon. I have about 3 foot of it. Check out that monster of a shrimp right there. That's a 30-inch trout shrimp, or big old triple tail shrimp. So we're gonna see what we can do with that one. We're gonna let this live shrimp do its thing. These popping corks are really easy to fish. When you have live bait on there, you let your live bait do most of the work. You can also throw artificials, you can throw flukes under popping corks. You can throw pretty much any lure under a popping cork. That's when you pop it more. But when I'm using live bait, I'll let it sit there a while. Every now and then I'll give it a pop. Really simple. Got it. There we go. We've been getting a bunch of pinfish biting it. Finally hooked up into something. It's not a giant, but it is a trout. Aww. Oh, that's actually a white trout. Those aren't bad. I'm not going to keep the white trout because I'm after usually just one big fish, but that's actually a really nice white trout, and there's no limit on them in Alabama, size or quantity. But you can tell it's a white trout. There's no dots at all. That's pretty much the easiest way, and they have these yellow fins. They're sand trout, white trout. You may call them something different. I just call them white trout. But we're gonna get this hook out and let them go. All right, buddy. There he goes. Want to keep those if you're not keeping trout or keeping any fish. You want to keep them out of the water as little as possible and don't handle them that much. Got that hook out. We're gonna get another bait on and see what else we can get. Well, I just landed that white trout, so we're gonna hook up another shrimp. And just to mention, this shrimp is actually a hopper. So you can tell they're a hopper by that dot on their tail. So just a little fun fact, doesn't really mean much. They do like higher salinity water, so if you're changing out your water, if you're keeping shrimp in your aerator, you want to get really salty water. But other than that, it's a shrimp is a shrimp. So we're gonna toss this out and see what else we can catch. Oh, oh, there's a bite. Ah. Oh, got one. A little bit better fish. That might be a speckled trout there. Looks like it. It was on a much bigger shrimp. Yeah, that's a speck. Oh, really? Not a bad fish. Heck yeah, y'all, just got a nice speckled trout. Look at that. Finally, the target species of the day. So you can tell the difference between the white trout and the speckled trout by obviously its name. It has dots or spots. So it's a spotted sea trout is really what its name is. But they're not a trout. They're actually in the drum family, so they're related to redfish and croaker, etc. So still a good fish. In Alabama, they only have to be 15 inches. So we're gonna throw this one in the cooler. Check out the fangs on it. Just a nice fish overall. Let's throw it in the cooler and get another shrimp out. I'll make a cast out over here. We're getting a bunch of bites and fish, but just mostly little bitty sweet trout. So I'll probably filter through and try to show the better fish here. Oh, got one. We were just joking around and my bobber went down. Let's see what it is. It's not a giant, so we will find out.
Oh, it's pretty.
Oh, another little speck. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to keep this one. Yeah, feisty little thing. All right, buddy. There you go. And he's down again.
What a
heck yeah.
fish.
Yeah, it was a pretty little speck. They're pretty in this water. So that's 2 specks, 1 keeper. That one was not. But let's grab another shrimp. Well, just landed that small speckled trout. Let's get another cast out. That was fun. One? Yeah. All right. You still have it? Well, I'll be your net man depending on what it is. Is that a croaker? Here, hey, bring it up. That's a good croaker. All right, before we get this hook out, we're just holding it by the hook. Mom just landed this nice croaker. That would be actually really good table fare along with those white trout. But that's not a bad fish. Good job.
Thank you.
There's no shortage of those in here. There you go. Circle hook does the job. We don't even have to touch the fish and get that hook out and he's back down. We keep just enough fish to cook some fresh. We don't really fill up the freezer that much because we go all the time. But those croaker are excellent eating, especially that size. We went fishing in the middle of the day, which is not ideal this time of year. In the winter it's okay because everything warms up in the middle of the day, but you go when you can go. Got one?
Yeah.
Mom's got another fish on. There we go. Oh, I'm getting a bite too.
I don't think it's fish.
Yeah, we'll find out when it gets close to the boat. Could be another croaker. No, that's a little trout. Okay. That's a white trout. That's a big white trout.
That's beautiful. Yeah, look at you. You're so cute.
There we go, and they're swimming away just healthy. So, good job. Nice little variety. There's something big on fire over there. I don't know what that is. Hope it's not my truck.
I'm not laughing.
I don't know, or somebody's house. That's a big fire. And oh, what is going on?
Oh, because it's getting it in the deep. Oh, hey.
Yeah, they're croaker and white trout. Croaker and white trout like that. Watch. That's how you get the hook on it right there. It's been taking my bobber down. I'm just like, next one, I'm setting that hook. That's a little speck. Little bitty speckled trout.
Oh,
check that out.
So
they're gorgeous when they're small like that. Spots are pretty. Look at the ones on his back. All right, well, let me get this hook out and let it go. There you go, buddy. All right, well, he's back in the water. I'm gonna get another shrimp on, so it wasn't quite a big one, but still a fish nevertheless. Well, that was another small trout. Let's see if there's any more. See, I'm just happy catching fish. You don't have to go out there and slay the fish all the time and catch giants all the time. You know, it's fun to come out here and relax, not get beat up, and just have fun. Because that's ultimately what it's about, is enjoying yourself in the outdoors. So the bite really slowed down. We're just getting little bitty fish, just yanking on the hook, which I'm sure we could catch a bunch of white trout and croaker with some just small pieces of this shrimp. But it's not quite the target species for today. But we still had fun, so we're gonna head back to the boat ramp. Well, we just made it back to the ramp just to show y'all how shallow it is. I don't know if you can see, I got polarized glasses on, but it is insanely shallow where my boat is. It's almost on the bottom, but luckily my Scout can draft in pretty shallow water. Wind picked up a little bit, but hey, we actually caught some fish, so that was kind of fun. So I'm being pretty quiet as to not spook these fish. I'm seeing a bunch of bait action over here, and we're just gonna fish along this grass edges and see what we can find today. See, every now and then you just go pop it, it'll draw in a lot of that attention. It draws in a lot of attention and fish, and there's a fish right there, just like that. Just like that. Come on. I don't know what it's gonna be. Oh, nice speckled trout. Nice speckled trout. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Boat flip it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah, first cast. Y'all, it's as simple as that right there. First cast with the popping cork and a live shrimp. Just landed this beautiful speckled trout. That is a keeper. They only have to be 15 inches in Alabama, so I'm gonna throw it in the cooler. I do have one in there from yesterday. Big old yellow mouth. Got those fangs and some teeth, and on the popping cork. So that's awesome on the first cast this morning. Well, that was a nice speckled trout. So let's grab us another live shrimp. Popping corks just flat out work. That's why you see me use them a lot if you watch most of my videos, because they just catch fish. Having a shrimp suspended under a cork just keeps it in that perfect strike zone. and all you got to do is adjust the depth. I'm fishing in literally like 2.5 feet of water at the most, so I have a pretty much a 1.5 foot leader, so it keeps it suspended. That rattling noise sounds like a bait fish and other fish trying to feed, and it just draws in that strike. And you can use it anywhere. You don't have to be on a boat to use a popping cork. You can be on land, in a kayak, on a dock. The only place I probably wouldn't use it is a beach, but my mom has caught bluefish on a popping cork at the beach on a very calm day. But we're going to get another cast out. But I wouldn't go out to the beach intentionally with a popping cork. You know, there's a lot better options, but it's not impossible. So let's see what else we can get this morning. Oh, there's a fish. That might be a trout again. We'll find out though. Takes it straight under. I love it. Yeah, that's a speckled trout. I love it. It's so fun. When you see that cork go down, it's just an adrenaline rush. This one, I'll have to measure him. He might be right on the verge. He's not going to keep, so gotta let him go. There you go. Thanks for biting my hook. Well, he bit my shrimp. He didn't know there's a hook there, but at least he got to go back. Hopefully he doesn't tell his buddies. Well, I just made a location change. Same thing, same setup. There's a fish. There we go. All right. That might be a redfish. I don't know. Fighting pretty good. Swimming to the side. It's either that or a catfish. Oh man, it's a dang catfish. It's a hardhead. I don't want a hardhead. It's a decent sized hardhead. Whoa, and it's got a remora stuck to the bottom of it. That's kind of cool. Usually I don't care about catfish that much when it comes to saltwater, but check that out. It has a baby remora, which is a shark sucker, to the bottom of this catfish. Well, let me let this catfish go. That remora is about to go back in the water. There it goes. Well, that's crazy. Do you feel a little better now that that dumb thing's off you? Those remoras get really big, you know. Let that hardhead go. Those remoras get really big. Kind of look like a little cobia, but they got a sucker on top of their head. And they suck on the bottom of sharks, whales, rays, catfish, drum. They eat all the scraps that the fish that they're on, their host, leaves behind. So that was kind of cool. That was my first time seeing one on a catfish. But nasty things. Let me get another shrimp out and see what else we get. So that was an interesting catch. Not really an intended species whatsoever, but pretty cool to see. There we go. Got another shrimp out. All right, y'all, hopefully you can see me. I am back home. So the fishing was kind of slow doing the inshore stuff on this past couple trips, but we still had fun nevertheless. And Mom was an awesome guest today, or the day before I should say, and we were able to get out and actually catch some fish. That's always a fun time. You don't always have to go out and slay them. So whether you're on the land, the boat, the kayak, pier, or whatever, as long as you're out and fishing, that means you're having a good time. But I appreciate y'all for watching as always. If you are not subscribed yet or notice that you're not subscribed, go hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, and so we can put out more content and allows you to keep up with some great content. And if you already are subscribed, I appreciate you as always. We'll see you on the next Bama Saltwater Fishing video. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us, and we'll see you later.